hearing held by the County of Oswego Industrial Development Agency. It is 9:32 a.m. on Tuesday, January 6th, and we are at 42 Creamery Road, which is the Town of Scribe Municipal Hall. My name is Austin Wheelock. I am the CEO of the County of Oswego Industrial Development Agency. I'm joined by Kevin LaMontagne, who is the CFO of the County of Oswego Industrial Development Agency. And want to state that notice of this public hearing was published in the Pal Times on December 21st, 2025. I'm going to read the actual public hearing notice now pursuant to General Municipal Law, Section 859A. So notice is hereby given that a public hearing pursuant to Section 859A of the New York General Municipal Law will be held by the County of Oswego Industrial Development Agency on the 6th day of January 2026 at 9:30 a.m. local time at the Town of Scribe Municipal Hall, 42 Creamery Road, Scribe, New York, 13126, in connection with the following matter. Novelis Corporation, a business corporation organized and existing under the laws of the state of Texas and authorized to do business in the state of New York, the company submitted an application to the agency on or about, and this is going to sound funny, but it'll make sense here, on or about June 18th, 2021, and amendments thereto to that application on July 27th, 2022, and December 11th, 2025, collectively the application. Copies of which are on file at the office of the agency, and we actually have a copy of it here today for anybody requesting information on that. Lost my place. Talking about considering the undertaking of the project consisting of A, the acquisition or continuation of a leasehold interest or subleasehold interest in all or a portion of approximately 506 acres of improved real property, being part of various parcels of certain real property located at 448 County Route 1A in the Town of Scribe, New York, Oswego County, which is the land. And then the construction, reconstruction, renovation, rehabilitation of existing buildings known as the hot mill and the finishing mill, and related supporting systems and associated infrastructure located on the land for the use as a manufacturing and distribution facility focused on the production of high-quality aluminum sheets serving the automotive, beverage packaging, and building and constructions markets, collectively the facility. And 3, the acquisition of and installation in the facility of various machinery, equipment, furnishings, and other tangible personal property, the equipment. Let's see, and then Section B, the granting of certain financial assistance in the form of an exemption from state and local taxes and use tax, which is the financial assistance. C, the appointment of the company and or its designee as an agent of the agency in connection with the acquisition, construction, reconstruction, renovation, rehabilitation, and equipping of the project facility. And D, the lease or sublease of the land and the facility by the company to the agency pursuant to a lease agreement, the acquisition of an interest in the equipment pursuant to a bill of sale, and the sublease of the project facility back to the company pursuant to a sublease agreement. The company will be the initial owner and operator of the project facility. We state that all the time. There's no intention of anything changing related to that. And also want to make sure that it is understood that the agency has not made a decision with respect to the undertaking of the project or the granting of financial assistance. The agency will be contemplated the requested assistance tomorrow, Wednesday, January 7th at 1 p.m. Meeting of the IDA board. That meeting will take place at 44 West Bridge Street in Oswego and is open to the public. The meeting will also be similar to this, will be live streamed on the agency's YouTube page and recorded and kept online according to New York State Comptroller compliance requirements for IDAs. So at this time, well, before we go into any public comment, as part of my statements, the agency will, at the above stated time and place, hear all persons with with views in favor or opposed to the project and or financial assistance. As I said before, a copy of the application, including a cost-benefit analysis, is available at the office of the agency as well as here for review by interested persons. I'm going to do a reading of our cost-benefit analysis, and I also want to and then after I do a reading of that cost-benefit analysis, Kevin Schutt, representative of Novelis, will make some remarks, and then we'll open it to any other public comment. So from the cost-benefit analysis, at its approximately 1.7 million square foot facility in Scribe, New York, Novelis Corporation produces aluminum for use in the food, beverage, automotive, and building products industries and recycles aluminum scrap. Project involves the rebuilding and replacement of structures, infrastructure, and equipment damaged in 2 significant fire events in September and November 2025. The hot mill production area sustained significant damage in both events, impacting the production of flat-rolled aluminum for use in automotive parts, beverage packaging, and other industries. This rebuilding and replacement project will support the retention of Novelis' 1,122 full-time and 4 part-time employees, with a current annual Oswego County payroll and benefits expenditure of approximately $180 million, as well as the continued significant local spending by Novelis on services and the local supply chain. Novelis is the largest manufacturing employer and one of the largest private employers in Oswego County. I'm going to talk about project costs and the financial assistance. The project costs that have been identified to the IDA total $255 million, and that was provided to the IDA in their application back in December. Of that, $187 million is building reconstruction, $61 million in equipment, and $7 million in engineering and other costs. What has been requested by the company is a straight lease transaction, sales tax exemption only. This is not a pilot agreement or an extension of a pilot agreement. It is strictly related to the exemption of sales tax related to items that would be subject to sales tax. Other funding sources into the project are from the company, which is $255 million that the company is investing. The impacts of this would be incentivizing the rebuilding of the capacity, capability, and resiliency at Novelis Oswego to maintain its critical role within the Novelis Group and competitively supply critical global industries such as the automotive supply chain, to support the retention of the current 1,122 full-time and 4 part-time positions with annual payroll and benefits expenditure of approximately $180 million, to support the expected creation of approximately 600 temporary construction jobs, with many utilizing Oswego County lodging, restaurant, and retail businesses, generating additional sales and hotel occupancy tax revenue, and supporting one of North America's largest aluminum recycling facilities. And Kevin may have more information on that in terms of how large. As I said before, the IDA assistance that's being contemplated is not a real property tax exemption, is not a mortgage tax exemption. It is a sales tax exemption not to exceed $15 million associated with a $255 million rebuild cost. And at this time, that is the statements included within the cost benefit analysis. At this time, I'm going to ask Kevin Schutt to come up to make a few comments. Please speak into the microphone.
Sure. Good morning. First, who am I? My name, as mentioned, is Kevin Schutt. I am the Vice President of Manufacturing and Production Support for Novelis North America. Why am I here? I spent a fair amount of time in Oswego. I was here from 2013 through 2019 as the hot mill manager and as the plant manager. So I was asked by the company to come and to help restore the hot mill to operation. First, we really appreciate the long-standing partnership between Oswego County IDA and Novelis. We are very proud to have been in this community for 62 years, and we look forward to many more years ahead. If approved, this incentive will help us even more quickly pull together the critical resources for rebuilding and restarting our Oswego hot mill. This will include ongoing work for both damage assessments, industrial cleaning, restoration, as well as future recovery work. We really believe that this incentive will help Novelis return to full operations faster and, really importantly, minimize disruption to our customers. We look forward to sharing progress updates with community partners as we continue down this process, and we really thank you for the timely consideration. So, thank you.
At this time, I would ask anyone from the public who wants to come up and speak either for or against the project to come up, but when you do, please state your name for the record. Open it up to the public at this time. Any questions about the benefits? have somebody come up. Yeah, okay. Good. Please state your name.
Good morning, my name is Jess Abbott. I'm with Center State CEO. We are a regional economic development organization that focuses on bringing and keeping jobs in manufacturing and other industries in central New York. I just wanted to speak on behalf of our organization for the IDA's proposal. It is imperative that Novelis is able to remain operational and return to the level of operations that they held previously, for all of the reasons that you heard both from you and from Austin, but also I just think it's important to recognize that it's not just good for business, but Novelis is a good business. Throughout all of the struggle that they have faced, that was some of it out of their hands, they were never missing a paycheck to their employees, and the ripple effect of losing these operations would be catastrophic at a time when this region is poised to continue to bring in additional manufacturing and is already looking at a strained supply chain. So we just wanted to say that we are in favor of this proposal.
Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Sarah Broadwell with the Greater Oswego Fulton Chamber of Commerce. I'm the Executive Director and I'm also here as a community member. We are in strong favor as an organization and as a family that has deep history here. We are 100% in favor of the proposal by the IDA. I want to speak to the personal level that Novelis has here in our community. They have been a cornerstone. There's not a Little League game, there's not an event you can go to that Novelis isn't sponsoring, isn't supporting. Of the 1,220 full-time employees, 22, many of them spend all of their money here. They live here, they raise their families here. It's generational. There's grandparents and sons and daughters all here. I also want to look towards the workforce. We have a young workforce right now. They're deeply involved with P-Tech Novelis. All of these young people are ready to step into roles that are retiring at Novelis. So any impact that this has negative is going to continue on and on. It's very imperative we get up and running. This Novelis is super unique because it has a hot mill and a cold mill. After many tours, I feel like I'm pretty rich with what goes on there. It makes it extremely unique and extremely valuable. The quicker we get the hot mill up and running, the quicker national supply chain can get back, we can catch up. And one thing that I think is important to think about is, who is Novelis to our community? Who are they to our family? Who are they to our neighbor? They are wonderful employers. We run a key tag program for them actually, which I think is so unique and so special. They actually support the chamber in its effort to help small business. We have 117 businesses that partake in the key tag program that they offer to their employees as well as all of their retirees. So come January 1st, they are knocking for their key tags. They get a discount at 117 local establishments, and it's just putting money back locally into our economy. So by supporting the IDA in this and supporting Novelis, you're supporting your neighbors, your brothers, your sisters, your children, your grandchildren, and future generations. So as a community member with a son looking to go into the trades and to workforce next year, I am in strong favor, and as an organization, we are in strong favor. Thank you.
Any other individuals who'd like to come up and make any comments? I would also, anyone who has any questions wants to come up and ask a question, doesn't have necessarily have to be a comment, could be a question as well. If none, it is 9:46 and we will officially end this public hearing. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.